Hey, folks, welcome back to Tidbits. We got a couple things to cover. We're going to jump into our first story, which is a bit of a downer for those who love the Citi Shopper Wave Rewards card. That card from Citi is no longer going to be available for new applications. So it was taken offline on July 10th. The last welcome offer was a $225, I think after $1,500 in spend in 3 months. It was broken down into $75 increments over $500 in spend. So this offer has ended. The card is no longer available on the shopyourway.com website. It is no longer available through Citi's retail credit cards website. This is a card that got a lot of spend for Citi, but I don't know who was responsible for the rewards. If it was Citi, they were paying out a ton in rewards. As Citi is trying to land the forever in a holding pattern plane that is American Airlines as a transfer partner, they've been clearing the deck and getting rid of products that have been super valuable to credit card churners, super valuable to the credit card community, I think in an effort to try and get the plane in on the runway. But they still haven't landed the plane yet. So we'll see if all of these moves are done in vain, or if they're able to finally get the thing done. I don't know. But we have seen now the Citi Shop Your Way MasterCard is no longer available. The Thank You Point earning card from Sears is no longer available. It is now a thank you card with some not so great earnings. The Citi Rewards Plus card has become the Citi Strata card, or is becoming the Citi Strata card in a couple of days. And still no word on things like what Citi Strata Select looks like and what Citi Strata Elite will look like. So still a lot of questions with Citi. Now, again, if this was a card that Citi was paying a ton out on rewards, I could absolutely see why they would shut it down, as they are doing what they can to accommodate American Airlines as a transfer partner. But yeah, it's an interesting play to say the least. So this card no longer publicly available, no longer available for applications. Is what it is. Is it that big of a deal? I don't think so. The people who love this card, the people who don't know about this card, are just learning about it for the first time, and suddenly FOMO will take over. But I don't think it's that big of a deal losing out on this card, and the folks who hold the card will continue to be able to hold the card. So that is at least a plus. Next up, we've got a new welcome offer on the World of Hyatt Card. This is until August 28th of 2025. You will get 2 category 1 to 4 nights on spending $4,000 in the next 3 months. If you spend an additional $8,000 for $12,000 total in the first 6 months of holding the card, you'll earn an additional 25,000 bonus points for World of Hyatt. The back half of this is not great. Thinking of it as 8,000 points for $8,000 in spend for 25,000 points is about 3 cents per dollar, 3 points per dollar, little under 3 points per dollar. I'm sorry, a little over 3 points per dollar. But in aggregate, it's only about 2.5 points per dollar. And so I don't know that's necessarily worth it on $12,000 in spend. It could, if you're going to do the 12,000 in 6 months, just pay for another 3,000 and pick up a third free night certificate. I just wish World of Hyatt would just give us like a flat 45, 50,000 point welcome offer for 5,000 to 7,000 in spend for 3 months. The business card is 60,000 points on $5,000 in spend in 3 months. Give us something similar on the personal side. This offer can be pretty solid if you get a set of days that are on peak, a relatively good point value for the category 1 to 4. You're good to go there. But yeah, I don't love this particular welcome offer. It could be worse. So there's that. Now, from credit card welcome offers to point purchasing opportunities, there are 2 to discuss. First one is going to come from upgraded points. You can purchase Alaska Airlines miles with up to a 60% bonus. That is until August 16th. So what will happen if you buy 3,000 to 19,000 miles, you get a 40% bonus. If you buy 20,000 to 39,000 miles, you're going to get a 50% bonus. Purchasing 40,000 miles plus will get you that 60% bonus. You'll be buying them at about 1.85 cents per point. Purchases of less than 3,000 miles, you get nothing. This is until August 16th, as I said, at 11:59 p.m. on Pacific Daylight Time. And this is coming from points.com. You'll get where you pay $27 per 1,000 points. And if you are MVP, MVP Gold, MVP Gold 75K, and 100K, there is no cap to the number of points that you can purchase. If you are not an MVP holder, there is a cap of up to 100 purchases of up to 100,000 points. Alaska miles are rated around 1.6 cents a point from upgraded points. We'll see if it works for you or you've got to do a redemption. Perfect. If not the end of the world. These redemptions always come around. If you are going to look into doing a point purchase, use Top Cash Back. You get 2.52% cash back on top of your purchase. You can purchase 100,000 points and get the 60% boost and get an additional 2.52% cash back on top of that. Super useful there. I have a Top Cash Back link in the pinned comments down below if you so choose. Next point purchasing opportunity is going to be with Amtrak. You can purchase up to with a 35% bonus. Not the greatest, but Amtrak is starting to roll these out with some frequency. So always good to see that. This is coming from a Word wallet. 35% bonus on purchases of 5,500 points. You can purchase points in 500 increments, in increments of 500. 35% bonus on up to 50,000 points. You can only acquire or purchase 50,000 points in a year. You'll be purchasing points at about 2.79 cents per point. Same thing, Top Cash Back, save 2.52% as well. You can see the chart here. I'm going to put the link for everything down below. Amtrak points are relatively valuable. You're going to be getting at least 2 to 2.5 cents per point, so you can break even pretty easily. But good to see that Amtrak is doing these point purchasing opportunities as well. And the last thing I wanted to highlight today is you can now start using Alaska companion fares on select Hawaiian Airlines flights. So the Alaska companion fare is your fare is paid how you pay your fare. You can get an additional fare for $99 plus tax. That has always been Alaska's companion fare. If you spend at least $6,000 on the Alaska credit cards, you can get that companion fare every year. It's a perk offered on the Alaska credit cards after spending $6,000 on both the personal and business. So that's awesome. The companion fare on Hawaiian. This excludes Hawaiian international routes, of which it operates several from its Honolulu base, but the airline operates a solid domestic network that includes some very long flights from cities as far as Boston and New York on the East Coast, which means you can potentially score some incredible value if you're planning a trip to Hawaii. Note that destinations in U.S. territories such as Pago in America and Samoa aren't considered part of North America for the companion fare. So Alaska companion fare will be added to Hawaiian flights for looks like domestic flights. Yeah. Okay. So companion fare can now be added to one-way or round-trip fares in the main cabin on Hawaiian Airlines within North America, including Hawaii. So Boston to Hawaii, covered. New York to Hawaii, covered. Boston to SFO, covered. New York to SFO, covered. Seattle to New York, covered. Honolulu to New York, covered. Anything that is within what they consider North America is covered. So Pago Pago is not covered in North America. Makes a certain amount of sense. It's in Oceania. But certainly interesting to see Hawaiian start rolling this out for their customers who are ostensibly Alaska customers now. So definitely makes a fair bit of sense. But that's going to do it for Tidbits today. I'm going to have some follow-up on the fallout from the Built Wells Fargo announcement from yesterday, the Built announcement from yesterday. I'm going to do a speculation station on what I think these three cards are going to look like sometime next week. I want to reassess everything, try to get a look at the survey responses or the survey options again and formulate what's going to happen, especially after news that the top end card is going to only be $495, not the $550 they were talking about. So I do have to think about some adjustments there. So I'll be following up on that. I do have a video coming out later today about a new loyalty program for independent and boutique hotels. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, if you like what I do, hit the subscribe button down below. Consider becoming a channel member. You can join at any time, $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. I appreciate that. Pinned comment for other ways to support me outside of YouTube. But thank you so much for your time. You could have been anywhere else. You stuck around with me this long, so I appreciate it. Bye for now.